Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we create visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decision for your application. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have a residential application, and you can see this is the house over here. There's a retaining wall back over here, and then there's a patio cover built up here. Now, the patio cover, I believe, this is the image I got, and it might be covered with lattice, so I'm going to show you a couple different options. Now, I placed the dining table and just a reclining area over here. That might be different as well, so we're going to have to take a look at a couple different options for this application. All right, so first of all, let's go right into the dimensions and just overall dimensions I have here. Let's see, I got from the outside edge to the outside edge of the post, I have about 11 foot 2.5. And then from the edge here to the outside edge over here, I have 13 1.5. And then I have a total length from the back side over here at 26 5.25 to the edge over here. And overall height I believe it's 8 feet to the bottom edge of this. This is I believe a 6-inch beam that I placed here. That could be a slightly different, but it's going to be okay. And then I think that is about it. Now I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this landscape hardscape area here, just so it you can visually see it a little bit better, as well as allowing me to maneuver it through here a little bit easier. All right, so if there is the placement is similar to this, or the seating area is similar to this, then there's a couple of different, well, I'm going to show you one area that you can heat, or one method you could use to heat this area, and that's going to be my what I call my option 3, or option 2 rather. And so what that is taking 4 of the 4,000 watt units, placing it on the inside edge of the beam here, and then reversing those two and going from here to here. And you can see with that you get a fairly decent coverage throughout this whole span. Now this will be a cooler area than here, and this will be warmer than here because the ray has to travel a little bit further in order to achieve that heat output. I have these, because they're on a vertical surface, I have them at 30 degrees tilt from straight down out 30 degrees. And you can see here with a mounting on a C model, it does require a particular amount of clearance above, which is 12 inches above, but I have nothing up there. And then it says you can mount it on a vertical surface like this and mount it at 30 degrees, and that would be no issue whatsoever with regards to clearances. So with 4 units, you can see we can heat this area fairly decent. And so that would be one option. Now I do have also the spacing between this inside edge and this side edge. The heaters would be centered within that span, and you can see that we're covering from left to right here fairly decent as well. So that would be one option. And I know here we don't have any seating, but that's again just my plan here as far as the seating arrangement. It could be something completely different. All right, he did mention, or I should say the client did mention, that these are 6-foot slabs over here and a 6-foot slab over here. So if that is the primary area of heating, then something like this would work. And again, same thing, centered within the span from here to here, and placed centered within that beam, 30 degrees tilt, and you're getting a decent coverage on both sides like that. All right, and lastly, if it is something more where there is going to be a lattice element up here built onto it, I have this at the center to center on a 2-inch, this is a 2x4 here. I have it at center to center, 19 inches, and the opening would be roughly about 1.5 1/8. And I have 4-inch up here. And so if we were to do something like this, then let me go ahead and turn that off. we could use something like, whoops, let's see, we could use something like the option number 1, which would be to place some slimline units here. And by the way, you can use the slimlines on the other units. These are all 4,000 watt units. I just showed the C model just so you can see that there's a difference in the configuration of the shape, but that's really about it. The output of the heater is exactly the same. But in this case, we're going to mount it on the lattice itself. On the C model, there is a groove up here, so you can maneuver the bracket along this groove here and mount it so that the mounting plates come in alignment with your lattice up here. And then of course we need 6 inches of clearance from this edge to this edge here, and 6 inches from this edge to this edge, as well as the unit itself is 5 inches. That's where we get the 19, and the bracket itself maintains the 6 inches above. And with that, you can see I have it placed, you know, roughly 1, 2, and then the third unit opening here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a little offset here, but you could, you know, it depends on what the structure is actually like within the structure of the building itself. So that is where I get the best coverage throughout this whole span here. So in a case that looks like it's fairly decent, and let's just look at the clearances here below, so you can see that we do need to make sure that we're not penetrating the beam coming across here if this is how it actually is, and that's why I chose those spaces as well. So the 19 inches from these 2x4s start on this side here, 19 inches, and work our way all the way over till we get to the end where you can see we have a little bit of a smaller gap here. So just bear that in mind. That's where I started on my placement. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and kindly hit that like button. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube does not support our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from you, and we truly appreciate that. Thank you. Have an excellent day.